November 24 Alpha Lima, and I'm back online, and it is in loud Oslo, Norway. So let's close the doors and see what the flight plan gives us today. Wheel chocks can come off, pilot door, aft door, that is all set. Then we'll have a look at the flight plan, see how much fuel we need. So this is a flight plan going from Oslo Gardermoen, which is the capital of Norway, by a departure, which is going to be the Atlas 7 Delta departure, over to Bergen, which is over here on the west coast of Norway, and it's going to be Pezu for Papa arrival and to an ILS, probably runway 35. So OFP, how much fuel are we going to need today? We're going to need exactly block fuel 478, so we can set that in the plane. We have now 550. Let's add some safety margin. That should be okay. So alright, so let's listen to the ATIS and talk to ATC. Nav lights, so people know that we are inside the plane and we're getting started up here. Radio master, waiting for those frequencies to show up in ATC, which is going to be VATSIM ATC today. It's going to be a VATSIM flight today. So in range update, what do we have here? We got that shows only ATIS. Ah, nice, there is no ATIS. How cool is that? So let's have a look at the Navigraph, what they say about Oslo weather. So we have departures in 19 left and right. We're going to take 19 right, and arrival departure. So it's hotel, huh? 19 right. For clearance and startup, we have to talk to tower. So clearance and startup both tower, and then it's going to be QNH 1011. So let's set that already. 1011, and we get hotel. So that should be okay. So let's talk to tower as a first thing and get the flight plan. Before we do that, we'll take some notes because can't memorize everything. So we've got hotel. We're going to Bergen, Atlas 7 Delta departure. We just said 7 Delta.
354 Alpha 7, yes or no?
Atlas 7 Delta departure. So, and the next going to be approach. Let's set that already.
354 via Alpha 7, line up 19 right.
Line up, runway 19 right, Alpha 7.
So let's talk to these guys now.
Nordic 58 uniform, contact Oslo 120.455. Ha det bra.
Oslo approach 120.455. Ha det bra.
Oslo Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima. Good evening over at the GA with Hotel IFR to Bergen.
Nordic 24 Alpha Lima, Vermont Tower, good evening. Hotel correct. Clear to Bergen, Flesland. VPV... Correction, sorry. I need to fix my list here. Stand by.
Atlas, please. Atlas 7
Delta. 24 Alpha, apologies. Clear to Bergen. VMIN 1 Delta departure. Atlas transition. Runway 19 right. Climb to 4,000 feet. Squawk 3465.
Clear to Bergen by the VMIN 1 Delta departure and Atlas transition. Climb 4,000, squawking 3465, November 2 for Alpha Lima.
November 4 Alpha Lima, read back correct.
So, gave us another one, so let's check VMIN 1 Delta. VMIN 1 Delta, there it is, and it's 1 right. So we got that departure, which is good. And he gave me
QNH 1011, 613, push back approach.
Alright, 354, wind 210 degrees,
okay, perfect. So, VMIN 1 Delta, and it's going to be Atlas transition, and we're going to load that transition. Cool. Okay, what about 4,000 is going to be a climb, so we're going to set that in the in our system. 3465, it's going to be the squawk code 3465. Tower November 2 Alpha Lima, request engine start.
Mark 2 for Alpha Lima, start approved. QNH 1011.
QNH 1011, start approved, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Okay, let's set that. Flight plan. So when we start up the plane, we're going to go
Garden 1 Tower, Scandinavia 264, established ILS 19 right.
And the checklist that
264,
I'm using is this one here. It's not a proper one, but it's sort of useful.
Clear to land, the runway 19 right, Scandinavia 264.
So it's going to be strobe lights, nav lights on. Everybody going to know that we're here. Ignition is going to be on auto. Then aux fuel pump to on. Drop RPM to the max.
354.
And the rest is going to be cut off and idle. And now we can hit the starter button.
455.
Starter going on. Let's watch the prop turning. And what we're going to do, we're going to wait for NG to rise. Waiting for those 15% and stabilize. And then going to go to low idle. Low idle. Watching temperature ITT not to get a hot start. That's a cool start. Waiting for 50% then afterwards. And with 50, high idle and starter off and so on. So that's what we're going to do. Perfect. 50% we've got. High idle. Starter can come off. And aux fuel pump is going to be to auto. Fuel selector to auto. Then all the gyro instruments will come on. Strobe will turn on later on, and taxi lights we can turn on as well now. EFIS master we're going to turn on, and Pitot 1, Pitot 2, and we will actually have some de-icing systems on because it's cloudy and could be cold up in the levels. AP masters and trim gonna come on, and all the ECS systems, air condition on, bleed to high, and fan flow auto, and that should be it. So, okay, so the next will be us taxiing to the runway, and it's gonna be runway 1. Where are we here? Oh, here. We are over at the GA, so look at Oslo. This is Oslo, and we are picking runway 19 right, which is the one here, as you can see. We're at the GA Central, so it's gonna give us probably a Charlie 3 intersection departure, and I can tell them that I'm able that, and then we'll take off. Well, Charlie 2 would actually also be okay, so I'll ask for Charlie 2, and then we'll pick up the departure. So, we'll turn on nav and alt. That's done, and we'll ask for taxi.
Taxi straight ahead, stand 68.
Straight ahead, stand 68, Scandinavia 264.
Also Tower November 2 for Alpha Lima, ready for taxi, able Charlie 2, intersection departure.
Number 4 Alpha Lima, roger. Yeah, Charlie 3 is closer also.
Yeah, Charlie 3 is fine with me.
Right, 4 Alpha Lima, taxi to holding point Charlie 3.
Taxi holding point Charlie 3, November 2 for Alpha Lima. So that's just right out. Let's go, guys.
Number 2 Lima, roger, stand by.
So next checklist is going to be Laftica. Laftica as being L is lights will turn on later on.
643, they're Godmont Tower, hello, establish localizer 19 right.
And A is the air, registration is going to be 19,000, set that. Then F are flaps. Flaps takeoff trims are already set. I is the icing system, we set all the icing equipment. C are the cast messages, which are not lit at the moment. And A is altitude, A pre-selectors, and also the weather radar. We're going to turn on that later on. So, okay.
And Turkish 092.
Charlie 3 is over here.
Norwegian 737.
And we will hold here actually.
Release point 8.
So, there's a guy landing over there. Wait for him.
After the Norwegian 737, push and start approved, release point 8.
That's correct.
Guys landing, so Laftica, as you can see, our lights, landing lights on. Do that now. Landing lights,
just confirm, are you
strobes
facing west or
on. Air are the pressurization and the ventilation systems. F flaps, T trims, eyes, and yeah, all good. Norwegian just landed there. Is it Norwegian? I think it's Norwegian, yeah. Okay, we are next.
With 4 Alpha Lima, via Charlie 3, line up 19 right.
Via Charlie 3, line up 19 right, November 24 Alpha Lima. Let's go. So flaps are set. QNH is local. I got this weird flickering in my headset. Not sure what that is. Skok is all set. Yeah, it's set. That's fine. Oh, the departure frequency. I hope my Octavi is working fine. I have to check that. Yeah, it's working perfect. I'm using the Octavi IFR1.
24 Alpha Lima, wind 210 degrees, 4 knots, runway 19 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 19 right, clear for takeoff, November 2 Alpha Lima. So, takeoff power set.
Via Victor and Delta.
Looking for 85 knots to rotate.
Stand 60 via Victor and Delta, number 643.
Lufthansa 3271, make a right turn, taxi Juliet 2, Whiskey,
85,
rotate.
So with a positive climb here, tap the brakes and gear up.
Juliet 2 Whiskey, zero before you follow on that.
And as soon as we pass 110 knots, which is now, we're going to raise up the flaps up. And we're 50
Tower, good evening, Lots 256, ready for clearance, Göteborg Airport, IFR, information is hotel.
Bye bye, Oslo, Gardermoen.
Good evening, stand by for clearance, go back.
Beautiful stuff.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact approach 120.455, bye bye.
Approach 120.455, November 2 Alpha Lima, thank you so long. So IS mode and yaw damper can come on, and we are good for the departure here. Oslo departure, November 24 Alpha Lima, good evening, 2000 climbing 4000.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Oslo, hello, identified, climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, November 24 Alpha Lima. So 200 was our filed altitude, which is going to be final altitude here today. Let's just have a look at Oslo while we are departing over Oslo. Beautiful Orbix scenery for Gardermoen, just downloaded that. It's going to be rainy on the way here. There's rain over there here. It's actually fine. We're going to come up in the clouds. So.
Are you establishing on 19 left now?
Beautiful landscapes. Okay. So we're climbing,
Roger, continue 19 right, speed 18,
flight level 200, IS mode is set, we're on the departure, and that departure is going to take us via at the transition, which is there. Maybe he can, might give us direct ATLAB. We'll ask him, maybe we can go direct ATLAB, because it's going to be much closer. Instead of going VEMIN, GM, and then GM, we're going to ask him go from VEMIN, maybe direct
318, contact tower 118.305.
We'll see about that. Just beautiful here.
745 descent 3500 feet.
Watching the torque, not to over torque, we're aiming for 121% and not...
November 4 Alpha Lima, proceed direct ATLAB.
Oh, there you go. Direct ATLAB, thank you, November 2 Alpha Lima. Perfect, so look at that, ATLAB. Activate, and we're taking a left turn to ATLAB. Going left to ATLAB, perfect. Yeah, talking about the torque. We should not over torque, over 121%. Just right there. And then watching the ITT not to go over 850. That's what we have to look for while we are climbing up here. So there is rain left and right, but not in our way. Oh, there's rain over there. Yeah, so this is a checklist that I've put together with different ones from JD, just to make it really short for stream or also YouTube recording, because it's otherwise just too much, all the points you have to look at, and It's complete, but it's quick.
KLM 211,
So,
turn
yeah.
left, heading 020.
Before takeoff checklist was left-tick, I think.
Turn left,
Did that.
heading
We've taken off.
020,
When we
11.
pass transition altitude,
211,
we have to set
please up to 5
standard
knots.
pressure. And how do we know if we are on
And
standard?
descend to 5,000 feet,
We'll just look at the
11.
departure. And the departure says here, transition
KLM 45
altitude
Echo, contact tower on
7,000.
118.1.
7,000 we've passed, so we're
Goodbye.
going to go on standard pressure. There you go, perfect. That's our transition altitude in the chart. So departure, and look at the chart, and then up here transition altitude, where we switch local QNH to standard pressure, which is 1013 or 2992 in millimeter mercury. Passing 9,000, going for 20,000 or flight level 200.
KLM 211, turn right, heading 160.
Yeah.
Turn right, heading 160, KLM 211.
November for Alpha Lima, contact Polaris 121.550. Goodbye.
Polaris 121.550, November to Alpha Lima. Thank you, bye-bye. 550. 121.550.
Sweden control 131.130.
So, Polaris control.
Okay, 1130, Scandinavia 225, yep.
Polaris control, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Good evening. Flight level 100 for 200.
November 2 for Alpha Lima, Polaris control, hello, proceed direct AGQ.
Direct Ageku, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Cool. So Ageku is the next waypoint on our flight plan. This one here. Either in the GTN I can just click it here and go for a direct, or I'll go on my flight plan, look for Agebu, what the heck it was called, Ageku, click that and go activate leg. But I'm doing this thing here and then activate, and now I'm direct Ageku, as you can see. Alright, so we're going to direct Ageku. Cool. So, what do we do now when we have clouds like this? We should have a look at our weather radar, so let's turn that on.
Alpha 5240 team join, but up to Papa arrival vidare än Alpha.
Henrik 4 Tango Mike to front door store.
UX 4 Tango Mike, negative, Zulu Oscar Lima.
Zulu Oscar Lima.
Check that my headset is centered well. It's not. Now should be okay.
108, climbing 210.
That's a bit hard to center the headset, the VR headset, so that it looks well in the Twitch stream or the YouTube recording. Okay, so Bendix, original weather radar. Let's take down the range. So we have roughly 12 miles. So there's a little bit of rain over there. Is that true? Yeah, there's rain over there. And in front of us there's actually nothing. Beautiful. Okay, so we are direct Ageku. After Ageku is going to be Pezur, and then we're going to jump on the arrival, the Pezur for Papa arrival, and then we're going to pick up some approach. So let's have a look at the ATIS over in Bergen. So how do I do that? I just go to Navigraph, I hit the chart, go to weather, hit ATIS and VATSIM, and it gives me the arrival runway 35, and also the designator, which is going to be Sierra down here, and expect ILS whiskey.
When ready.
So we expect ILS whiskey. Okay, so we have to pick whiskey 1. Transition level is 80, and it's going to be, there will be an approach hopefully online, we'll see about that. So it's Sierra, and we're going to get 35 and the whiskey ILS.
X-ray Oscar to join the Ripam 4 bike arrival.
Since we're coming from there, this is the one, got it. So we're going to pick the whiskey approach here. There it is. So, okay. So after the arrival, which we see here, taking us via these fixes, we're going to take a right turn into Godid, and then over to Idava, and then to the final fix. So let's set that also in the flight plan. So we just go down to Flesland or Bergen, hit low procedure, approach, look for that approach, ILS 35 Whiskey, and it's going to be the Godid transition, right? Godid transition, and load that approach. Cool. And the cool thing about the GTN is when I do that, it sets a nav frequency to the ILS. So if I watch the chart now, I can see that the localizer is at 1105 and it's set to 1105. Perfect. Cool. So we are not clear of the clouds yet, but there's no rain at the moment. We're clear here. I hope it's going to be enough with flight level 200, otherwise we will ask for a higher flight level.
110 for my color.
Again, 512, advisory, good evening.
Over to advisory, have a nice evening, 512.
So, after takeoff and climb, we're still in the climb phase, so we can maybe just check that through. Otherwise, everything is fine. The torque bit I already told you, 121 and 850. Landing gears up, flaps up, F50 mode, yaw damper on, separator off, taxi lights off. There you go.
485, Turkish 08.
Lights can come off, forgot that. Then pressurization check, press is 22, and we will go to 20, so we'll go down to 20 over
ready,
here.
descent flight level 180, easy 14 Delta Mike, thank you.
Then de-icing is alright. The oxygen we will not bother about today, and altimeters is standard, and it is standard. Getting out of the clouds here, cool. Another 1,000 feet to go to flight level 200, and then it's going to be the cruise checklist. Still in love with this TBM at 50. It's just the best. And so far, it's working fine.
804, turn it right, setting 080.
Right 080, Finnair 804.
Okay, we're gonna ask for a higher level.
136485. Ha det bra. God kväll.
Polaris Control, November to Fafalima, request flight level 220 due to weather.
Number 2 for Alpha Lima, Roger, climb flight level 220.
Up to level 220, November to Fafalima, thanks. So we'll VS it up to that level and watch the speed, not to lose too much speed.
Again, 11-908, Polaris, cleared Adobe 3 Mike arrival.
Cleared Adobe 3 Mike arrival, Scandinavia 908.
Nordic 624, cleared Adobe 3 Mike arrival.
And as we come up in the levels, we are not going to be torque limited, but more than that, ITT limited, and this is what it is actually. So you see, we have cabin pressure, of course. Thank you for that. For that thing.
Nordic 624.
For 843 should be okay.
Mike arrival. When ready, descent flight level 120. Nordic 624.
So we're 220 now.
Mike
cool.
Arrival.
Oh, we got a headwind of 34 knots. Oh, it's gonna take even longer. It's gonna take even longer, my god. I thought we would have a tailwind, but we don't. Well, Yeah, it's gonna take some time. So guys, either you just stop watching the video or the Twitch, whatever, and you pick me up on the arrival, or you stick with me for this boring flight over to Pesur, and it is gonna take some time because we have a headwind.
Control 136, there's 485,
Okay. So well,
7252 cleared Adobe 3 micro.
while we are at it, let's have a look at that ILS.
Flight level 120.
ILS is going to be 11050, so I got that, 11050. Going to be a final course of 350. We're going to set that.
Unfortunately, I do not know.
Where do we do that?
But I cannot confirm.
We'll
left
do
or
it
right.
here
That will be done by the next
with the
control.
Octavi IFR1, and we're going to set 35, this is 34, and this is 350.
Victor Kilo level 370.
And the cabin pressure just lost, so we can test that too actually.
Ripon 4 Mike, Super 8, Victor Kilo.
Control Buffalo, KVN 286 to Flight 360 is bad up.
485.
So we can go a little bit more up on the torque here.
Lost 12, contact Copenhagen 136, that's
Yeah, so
1485.
So what's going to happen? We're going to, after we've taken the arrival, we will join Gaudid as an initial approach fix with maximal 220 knots at 3000 feet to Idava, which is the intermediate fix, over to FF35 Whiskey, which is going to be the final fix. No, it's not. Yes, it is. So this is going to be the final fix, final approach fix, to intercept the glide slope or runway 35.
4 mic arrival, when ready, descent, flight level 120.
Too bad that we have such a bad headwind. Checklist.
Polaris control.
We are cruising. So what about the cruise in the TBM at 50? So TBM at 50. So we are in at 50 mode, of course. So that's the torque, we talked about that. And this is the ITT we have to aim for, not over torque. So we are fine there with 829. Cruise power set, pressurization is checked, fuel is checked, we got some fuel there, it's enough.
Okay, but I have 2 power.
DIs we will keep on, and oxygen is required. We will not bother about this.
Blocked.
Red Nose 902 Lima, contact Copenhagen 136.485.
We call Copenhagen 13645, Red Nose 902 Lima.
So guys, I'm gonna shut up and just take the headset off for a while and watch VATSIM radar on my handy on my phone.
Station 1 Turkish 092 Polaris control, climb flight level 310.
And I can just watch what Twitch is looking like.
Scan level 3 Delta Mike Polaris, climb flight level 370. November Juliet Kilo India Delta Polaris control, climb flight level 360. Lufthansa 2 Lima Mike, contact Copenhagen 136.485.
136.485,
Nordic X24, contact Oslo approach 120.455.
Okay, so VATSIM is still online, which is a good thing.
Helibus 25 Alpha, when ready, leave controlled airspace descending. Up in QNH 1017 and the report on deck.
When ready, leave control airspace and QNH 1017 reporting on deck, Helibus 25 Alpha.
Yeah, you know what I want to do now, guys? I would like to increase simulation speed, but that is not gonna go down well with the controller if I do that.
Wings 4 Papa Tango, descent flight level 160 when ready.
Oh, we might ask.
Polaris, hello, Scandinavian 369er, level 300.
Scandinavian 369er Polaris, squawk 7107.
Too bad I've got the VATSIM radio window up.
Squawking 7107, Scandinavian.
That means I cannot chat with him.
Easy 14 Delta Mike, descent flight level 100.
Descent flight level 100, easy 14 Delta Mike.
Nordic 254, contact Oslo approach 120.455. Turkish 092, advisory, bye bye.
Advisory, thank you for service, bye bye. Polaris, good evening, jet flight 22, level 380 inbound, Pazur.
Jet flight 22, Polaris, good evening, cleared PS2 for Papa arrival.
That's what we're
Papa
taking.
arrival for jet flight 22.
And that's what we're taking too. We're taking Base 4 Papa arrival. So these are the checklists that are a bit more adequate, but just too much for sake of streaming.
Hydra 9er Alpha, when ready, descent flight level 180.
So yeah, that is the Octavi 1 IFR. So I've got on the first button on the top left, it's calm and heading. So while pushing calm, I can turn that off. It's going to change the calm frequency as this. I'll show you now. Like that. So if I push the button, it's going to go to heading, and all the other things are shown here. Really handy tool. Really handy.
Contact flight on approach on 121.0, easy 14 Delta Mike, bye bye.
Polaris Control, very good evening, Scandinavian 47 Yankee, passing flight level 160, climbing 170, inbound DN2.
Scandinavian 47 Yankee, Polaris Control, climb flight level 350.
So let's have a look at
flight level 350, Scandinavian 47 Yankee.
listen to the 80s over in Bergen, frequency 125250. So I'll show you what I do now. I take the I4 Octavi 1 and turn this knob here. I pushed COM2, and now I'm going to set that 80s frequency 125250, 125250.
Thanks, good to see you.
There it is, and then activate it. Zack. COM2 is set, and now monitor 2 as well.
300 feet.
You can hear it.
Nosing. Temperature 13, dew point gauge. Remark, wind 1,200 feet, 330 degrees 22 knots. When passing 1,500 feet, contact approach.
Space 2 Yankee Papa, proceed direct
This is Foothland Information Tango.
Tango now with the designator.
Expect high.
Proceed
ALS
direct
whiskey,
lead
for
power,
RNC approach. Runway is 35. Transition level 80. For clearance and startup, contact delivery 123.4. Wind 320 degrees 16 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds scattered at 2,100 feet. Broken at 4,300 feet. QNH 1015.
1015.
Temperature 13. Dew point gauge. Remark. Wind 1,200 feet 330 degrees 22 knots.
Clear Belgrade 3 Mike arrival and
descending
level 1 to Scandinavian 369er.
Polaris to 12 Nordic
This is
3
Foothland Information Tango. Sun 1720 Zulu. Expect ILS whiskey or RNP approach. Runway is 35. Transition level 80. For clearance and startup, contact delivery 123.4.
Polaris, hello,
Wind 320 degrees 16.
Scandinavian 2308 Polaris, squawk 4252.
Azur, how long is going to be our gate? Because soon there.
Cleared Belgrade 3 Mike arrival, proceed direct Agnil, and when ready, descent flight level 120.
Ja, the 120 when ready direct out on the Belgian 3 Nordic 3
Just hope this guy's going to be on because he's a really good controller, and it would be too bad if we go offline before we reach our arrival. So Ageko Pezur, Posco, BRs, BR, Raptuk, and then Godid as a initial fix, Idava, and then ILS. So let's see what it gives us. Arrival, are there any restrictions?
Polaris Control, good evening, lots to fight
Pezur
with
has
you.
to be over
Climbing
flight
to
level
flight level
100.
210, direct Kalin.
Lot 256, Polaris Control,
Then
flight 7310.
BR 734 going to be
Climb
between
to flight
65
level
and 8000.
310, lots 256.
It's a restriction, you have to keep that.
2308, identify.
And then Godid
clear
above
20,
4000.
When ready, descend flight level 130.
Clear Belgium arrival and when ready, flight level 130.
We got Pezur for Papa arrival, huh? Yeah, guys, what do you think about the flight? What do you think about the TBM at 50? And what do you think about the setup that I have? Using open kneeboard for VR note taking. Really handy.
Lite sannsynlig, men ikke umulig. Du får spørre neste mann.
So I have a Wacom tablet with a pen, and this pen, with a pen I can just go like this and just erase everything, and also write stuff.
Lot 256, advisory,
Or just-
122.8, bye.
So it's open kneeboard, the app for VR, and then the in conjunction with the
62
Wacom.
Unicorn 122.8,
Tablet.
thank you very much, bye bye, lot 256.
Again, 369er, contact Oslo approach, 120.455.
Then of course Navigraph. Could do without Navigraph. All the charts and realism behind it.
Contact Oslo approach, 120.455.
And then of course VPilot for VATSIM. Okay, so we reached Ageko and we're going to turn a little bit to the right.
Yankee Papa, contact Polaris, 127.155.
Pezur will be 50 miles, okay.
Jet flight 22,
Oh my
contact
god, we
Polaris,
have 45 knots of headwind.
127.155.
We could do more than 300 knots.
255 for jet flight.
And we're doing only 265 because of this headwind. Oh, it's too bad.
127.255.
We will be so much faster.
127.255.
And it's taking ages.
Again, 2308, contact
Well.
Polaris, 127.1255.
That's the beauty about flying.
It's gonna be
Just take it easy and enjoy the flight and listen to ATC.
0804.
And I'm gonna shut up for a moment now.
127.1255.
127.255 Federer 804.
Over 8 Victor Kilo, contact Polaris, 127.1255. Bye bye.
127.255, over 8 Victor Kilo, thank you.
November 24 Alpha Lima, when ready, descend flight level 100.
Descent flight level 100, November 24 Alpha Lima. Cool. So, 200, 100.
Alpha, when ready, descend flight level 100.
Ready, descent flight level 100, videre 9 Alpha.
So he wants to have us at 100 over here. So Pezur, we'll have a look at that. VCalc, set Pezur. Target altitude, not that. Waypoint Pezur. And we'll set flight level 100. See what kind of VS. So 1,200 feet.
Polaris
And we're going to set that.
127.255, Scandinavia PRO
Let's set
CONTROLLERS, thank you very much, bye bye.
1,300. So we're going to be safe. Turning the weather radar off.
Approach, good day, Scandinavia and Bravo City, taking 8,500, so flight level 170, we are going direct Gold Cab.
So we are on the way to Pezur, and he gave us 100 because that's a flight of a restriction to be above that. And from there is going to descend us more. Cool. So what about the checklist when we are on descent? Not there.
Descent flight level 18.
Cruise descent. So descent. We don't need that because we just calculated it. Precision, destination altitude, we're going to do that. Sea level.
Approach Scandinavia Bravo 6 passing 11,000 feet.
De-ice is okay, set that, fuel is checked and okay. And the landing lights and also the...
Spell level 29er.
Yeah, well, landing lights and the rest was set below 10,000 feet. And the transition level is going to be 8,000 feet today, where the local QNH won't come on. Okay?
Candidate 908, cleared direct X-Suda, Echo X-ray, uniform Delta Alpha.
Direct to X-Suda, Scandinavia 908.
Videre 9 Alpha, contact Flesland approach, 121.0, Buchan.
121.0. 121.0. This is one that we're going to get later on as well, so let's set that as well already. So standby, 121.0. And I dialed that with the Octave IFR1 module.
643 Polaris Control, hello. Cleared Mutiny to Papa arrival. When ready, descend flight 200.
Cleared Mutiny to Papa arrival. When ready for the...
Good, this is a guy from Russia. Russian bloke.
Videre 9 Alpha, contact Flesland approach, 121.0.
121.0.
Videre 9 Alpha, ha det bra.
Master cabin pressure. Okay, that was not good for us. Let's not do that in that case.
Control 136.485.
And the torque is a little bit too much, so we're going to try and down torque it a bit. There it is. And Flesland approach 1210 is that? Yeah, there it is. See, Flesland approach west, and well, normally we come from the east, so it should be this, but we're gonna use that one, I guess. 1210 as a approach, and we will have to give them the designator when we check in with them. How to do that? Go to flights, hit the airport, go to weather. It is VATSIM, and it's Tango at the moment. And Tango means QNH of, where is it? 1015. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the reason why we have to be above flight level 100 are those mountains over there. So that's why the arrival chart says to stick with.
For Alpha Lima, contact Flesland approach, 121.0, so long.
Over to Flesland approach on 121.0, November 25. Tack, hej då. So, Flesland approach, and now we have to give the Tango. Alright, so we're descending through flight level 150, inbound Pizur.
170 and climb and direct on Maxi, 78 Echo.
Flesland approach, November 25 Lima. Good evening, descending through flight level 150 with Tango, inbound Pizur.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Flesland approach, hello, information, Tango correct, expect wireless whiskey, runway 35.
Expect whiskey, ILS 35, November 25 Lima.
DC 1 for the Delta Mike, descend 3,000 feet,
what we already knew. We knew it's going to be ILS whiskey.
3,000 feet, declared house approach for ILS whiskey, 35 approach, easy 14 Delta Mike, thanks.
And 42 Mike, climb 6,000.
Climb to 6,000 feet, and we are ready with intentions when you are scanning 40 Mike.
Okay, then 78 Echo, prime flight level 170.
So which is going to be the next frequency? It's going to be tower, I guess. An ENBR tower. This is the one. Oh no, it did go offline. Please don't. Oh,
78 Echo, sorry.
That's exactly what's so frustrating. So frustrating.
Yeah, we're climbing 170. We just have the left side.
It was all on a minute ago. I'll just check with my telephone, with my iPhone. If they are really offline. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1015, videre snarere Alpha.
Well, no, on VATSIM radar, they're still showing being on. Okay, so
once established, current speed to 160 to 40 and a easy 14 Delta
so
Mike.
Tower's going to be 119.1, so let's set that in the standby. 119.1. 119.1.
Set to 3,000 feet, easy 14 Delta
And
Mike.
we will wait for the rest. So flight level 100 is set.
Scan 4 to Mike, ready
Still
with
on
intention.
standard.
Scan 4 to Mike, go ahead.
Pretty fast
Scan
there.
4 to Mike,
250 knots.
yeah, now if possible request direct go up,
Almost
and
293
when ready
knots.
we are ready for the Flatland holding, followed by a full procedure VOR approach running 35.
Okay, this guy's gonna do cool stuff.
Direct go up, Scan 4 to Mike.
Close today, private links 2008 with you.
Busy WATSIM today. Cool.
Private links 2008.
Long time ago that I flew here in Norway, but it actually pays out because the controllers are all spot on and really, really, they know what they're doing.
Private links 2008.
So Pursuit coming on here.
Private links 2008. Clear direct walk-up.
Close the door to the kitchen here, guys. Kids are coming home. They're probably gonna disturb our stream now.
307
Okay, closing into flight level 100. And yeah, just as I said before, the reason for having this restriction are those mountains. Being that mountain chain over there. Beautiful views here, by the way, guys.
307 Tango remain 6,000.
And I remain 6,000.
Just beautiful.
Proceed direct.
Go did we run under Alpha?
Niner Alpha disregard remain on start now.
Okay, he got direct audit.
Remain on path heavy run under Alpha.
Okay, so it's not gonna go direct audit. Too bad.
Scan 4 to Mike, ready for Flatland VOR.
First DC 1 for Delta Mike, contact tower 1191.
1191.
Contact tower 119.1, speed easy 14 Delta Mike.
So what kind of fjord is this?
Echo contact Polaris
Does it say?
11550, have a good evening, 78 Echo.
Flying over
Private 2008,
Leie.
flight level 170.
So it's part of this big fjord here. Is the one thing down here, and we're coming into the clouds soon.
Scanning in 4 to Mike again.
Scan 4 to Mike, we are ready for a Flatland holding.
Okay, next waypoint gonna be from Pesur to Moscow.
Good evening, EZP1 Hector with you,
Moscow.
4,000 feet for 5,000 feet.
What about Moscow? Is there a restriction over at Moscow?
First, scanning in 4 to Mike.
8,000, so we might get a descent. Maybe we'll give us a descent to 8,000, we'll see. With a Kinage.
31 Echo Flatland approach, hello, identified again passing altitude.
And there is snow lying on the mountains here in Norway.
4,500.
You see 31 Echo Roger, turn left around 270.
Just
Turning left 270 degrees, east, you wanna go?
You see 31 Echo, climb flight level 170.
Just beautiful.
Flight level 170, EZP wanna go?
Approach today, forward you climbing 60.
Moscow, next flight.
Approach, hello, identified.
Next fix.
Climb Christian again passing altitude.
Okay, not stuttering, and I think the reason for that is that the Windows Defender turned itself on and is scanning my system. That's when I usually get stutters. That's why I always turn off the automatic Defender scans before I do a flight like this. I always turn it off. This flight, doing on the system I
307 Tango.
already talked about before. It's a 9950X3D processor, and I'm using Process Lasso. Process Lasso giving me the option of assigning all the other programs to the frequency cores, and I'm keeping the SIM to the cache cores to get the most.
Alpha Lima, descend question speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 knots, I can do 220 knots maximal, November to Papa Lima.
2 Alpha Lima, Roger. Private wings 2008, time the question contact Polaris 121.556.
That was not for us, I guess. And if it was, he would probably repeat it.
EC31 Echo, resume all navigation direct to Mexico.
So Bosco, and then on the arrival,
navigation direct home, Maxi 31 Echo.
And I'm waiting for the descent.
2008, contact Polaris Control 121.550.
121, that's more 550, driver.
So he might as well.
For Mike, turn right heading 200.
Right heading 200, scanner 4 to Mike.
Transavia disregard.
He might as well give me a direct because I'm slow.
November Alpha Lima, speed 220 knots, descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1015.
220 knots and down at 6,000 feet on QNH 1015, November 2 for Alpha Lima.
Major 9 Alpha, descend 5,000.
So, local QNH 1015 set 6,000 feet, and we have to watch speed to be 220 knots. We're 230 knots now, so we have to just slow up.
Approach, Glasson, 286 to passing flight level 190, descending flight level 100.
Since we're below 10,000, we'll turn on all the lights on.
Hello, information Tango, expect ILS 50, runway 35, speed 250.
Just trying to hold those 220 knots.
Expect ILS 50, runway 35, speed 250, Scandinavian 286.
Still hoping for a direct.
262, speed 220.
But that's probably not going to happen because there's a lot of traffic here. Was it?
EC31 Echo, contact Polaris Control.
So we got the frequency set.
121.550.
We got the final course set, and tower is in standby. So we are ready for the approach and the arrival. So 6,000 we've set already, and we're descending a little bit more.
Pilot 307 Tango cleared VO approach.
Well, we are approach refund pilot 307.
Fuel still some there. Oh. Yeah, that's why it's fun to fly this black square TBM. Because you have to do everything yourself. There's no auto speed or auto throttle, you have to do everything yourself.
VOR on navigation, 6,000 feet, scanner 4 to Mike.
So, turning to BR 734.
121.550, thank you, good evening.
So 850 modes we don't need anymore, so we can turn that off.
Pilot 307 Tango, approach.
Watching that speed.
Scandinavian 2862, descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1015.
So that's the guy just behind me probably, and we are getting sequenced by ATC. And that's why he gave us 220 knots, so that we try to stay in his roster. And it is windy here, we got 13 knots across, and it's also bumpy.
Alpha turn left heading 260.
And you know what, guys? Now I'm going to crash the desktop. How cool is that? Yeah. Perfect. Crash the desktop. Shit happens, and that's why, yeah, that's why I just have to change some settings, I think. I think everything is too much for this computer. Guys, I hope you had a fun flight, even though we had a crash desktop, and I wish you a pleasant evening, and see you. Bye-bye.